What's going on, guys? GarrettCraft here, and today we are back for another video in the creative detail series. So yeah, guys, today's gonna be all about detail and just doing a bunch of things. Like I said in last video, I'm not gonna be building anything. I'm just gonna be giving you guys a bunch of ideas on how to do things and a bunch of examples on how I did detail and stuff like that on my build. So we're gonna start in the main part of the city, and then we're gonna work our way out to the suburbs area, all around the main part of the city. So I guess we'll start with this right here. So one thing I want to get into before we do this as well is getting close to 500 subscribers. Thank you guys for that as well. Keep subscribing, guys. Remember, at 1,000 it might be a face reveal. I'm not really sure, but you might see it at 1,000 if you subscribe. So from that, I digress. So the main detail that you guys want to do when you're doing roads and stuff is like detail. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like this. Like, you want to add different designs. You don't just want it stone. You don't just want it gray wool like mine city already is, but you want to kind of add designs. You might want to put this in some spots, or you might, let me get out some blocks just to show you guys. You might want to put some of this like as little like broke up patches of stone in the thing. You might want to do that on your city. You might want to just make it a lot of detail, or you might just want to make it basic, kind of like I did. You can do a bunch of different things if you really want to. I mean, whatever your heart desires. But that's kind of the first thing, is kind of design your roads and stuff more dirty looking, because it looks more realistic than my clean, really perfect city. So from there we move on. One thing you really want to do when you're building skyscrapers and stuff is use stairs and slabs to your ability. Now, when you see, like, this building's actually got a lot of detail, but if you come over here, like, this building doesn't have much detail if I took the stairs off, but the stairs just add so much detail to the building with the depth and like a little overlay of the windows. Let's see, what else is an example of this? Like, kind of over here as well, like it adds a little indent to the windows and it looks a little bit better. Same over here, it adds a little exterior buff to the windows and it doesn't look as small over here as well on these builds and some on this build. So one thing to remember when you are building skyscrapers, you want to take advantage of every block that you can that looks good, whether it may be slabs or stairs per se. Like this build is really detailed. We got stairs there, slabs there, slabs there, stairs, stairs, slabs, slabs, stairs, stairs, and so on and so forth, and quartz pillars as well. Also, when you're doing buildings, another good thing to do is have thick pillars, kind of like these right here. That it looks more realistic because buildings are held up that way. A really good example of detail I want to get to 1 second after I itch my nose right there. Okay, so this building is a really good example of detail. Now, let me get into it. So, on the bottom, we'll start on the bottom. So, first off, we got pillars that are realistic and kind of a realistic, I guess, a realistic design to them as well. But just adding the little bit of stairs in there to break that up and make it look like it's indented makes it look 100 times better than it would with just cobblestone. So that's another thing you can do. Also on your walls and stuff like this, like I kind of added windows with the stairs up and down. That's a good technique if you want to do that. But also on walls, it just makes it look 100 times better. So that's a good thing to do if you're doing it. Just add stairs into your walls to make it a little bit of an indent and look a little bit better, or a lot better. Another thing you want to use is buttons. Now, I use buttons pretty much everywhere on my city now. I use them here. I use them over here. I use them, I don't know where else exactly, but I used a lot of them on the McDonald's building over there. I'll get to in a little bit, but that is a lot of stuff you want to do, is add like little tiny detail like this. Like this from back here makes a whole lot of a different attention to the building. So that makes it look a lot better. Also, when you do pillars like this, you want to put a like a pillar, I guess, on top, like a capping on top. If you do it one block out, it just makes it look better as well. It makes it stand out more. Also, indents like this in buildings work as well. Like cutouts like that with blocks and stuff look pretty good. So, you know, that's the thing. Here's the same thing, actually. It's just copied to this side. Also, like over doorways and stuff, I like to just extend the slabs out one more. It just gives some more depth to the door. In the back, it's not really anything. It's kind of the same design, just without the door, a little door there, and not much going on back here, but yeah. So we can move on to, I guess, like the Chipotle building, as well as like adding blocks like this, kind of like I do now. I add those and these blocks like going up the side of the well, the building wasn't finished yet. Okay, there we go. I don't know how I just missed that. Oh, I didn't place any blocks right there. Okay, that's hilariously funny. Ha ha ha. Okay, there we go. So that's done now. There. So, I didn't notice that before, but there were a bunch of blocks missing out of that. Cactus probably broke it because he was mad. But, like I said, continuing to add slabs, just going all the way up on your windows, adding little blocks of detail all the way up are pretty good. Now, let's move on to roofs. Roofs are another thing that is troubling for most builders in Minecraft, including myself. So, basically on roofs, you just want to make as much design as you can. You want to make little indents kind of like these. You want to make like things that go over the edge of the building so it looks more realistic. You want to add more than just stone on the top. I usually use andesite for that. I have been on the newer buildings. And then if we go up here, look how much detail, like, guys, like, just look at this for a minute. Look how much detail I put on this roof. Now, if we go like over to these ones, they're pretty basic because like I did those back like a long time ago. Same with this one. I just recently did that one though, but it's not that much detail, and I still got to do that one. But look at this. Look how much detail we got. We got the like pipes for the heating systems and cooling systems. I added buttons and pressure plates around the whole thing to make it look like indents and little pebbles and all that kind of stuff on the roof. So that makes it look a heck of a lot better as well. Little elevator stands that come up above the ground also work, and it gives it a little bit more of an appeal because people see, oh, what's that thing on the top of the build? Helicopter pads are really something you guys want to add in your cities because it's kind of realistic. So yeah, I added this little canopy. Why not? Just give it some more detail. And as well as, I think I showed you guys how to use these before, but basically what you want to do, I use these for my telephone poles if this bug would get off my ear. I don't know why there's a bug on my ear in my house before, but yeah. So it's like a little bug or something peckering me. All right, so I do these on all of my builds. I'll show you guys how to do them right now, but once the end rods came out, I was like, perfect. You know what that looks like? That looks like a telephone pole and a light post and all that kind of crap. You could put a redstone lamp on top if you wanted to, but I don't like to do that. So if we come over here, this is a better example of it. Like there's a really tall one for the Freedom Tower that I did. I guess I'll show you guys on this roof since it's kind of bare, so we'll do that. So we'll take it up like 4 blocks, and then what you want to do is you just want to place that on top, and you just want to go like you're flying up and placing the blocks in it, and there you go. There you got your telephone pole. You can make it however tall you want to or whatever. Another thing for these is on the bus, I use these as well for little standing areas, standing pods. Those are pretty good as well. So these work for pretty much everything. I use them for lamps, I use them for poles, I use them for light posts, I use them for everything. So those are universal things. Another thing I actually have started doing on some of the builds is adding some little, what are they called? Panels, sun panels or whatever. I don't know. I don't know why I can't think of it, but they're pretty cool. They add a lot of detail. They add some color as well. And if you guys didn't know, you could double press these twice and it or just once you place it down, press it once and it changes the color of it. So that's pretty good. I'll just break one more in this just to make it 2. All right. But yeah, that's a lot of things to add detail on roof. Like this build right here, like you guys could see all the detail. So I'll start at the bottom, all right? All the detail that went into this. We got the thing that goes over. Okay, first off, we got the slab right here. Then we got stairs right there. Then we got slabs right there. Then we got stairs right there. Then we got some slabs going just right there, just to like close off the window and put a little more design. Then we got slabs right there. Then we got stairs right there, and that goes all the way up. Like that, all that detail just combines to make this great looking modern skyscraper that just looks much better than some of the other builds that I do. So that is pretty good. So I don't think there's much else we really need to cover. Windows, like these windows right here are kind of bland. I might want to add like some sort of thing over these windows just to make it look a little bit better or something like that. Maybe like something like that. See, that already looks better. Like I just did that and I was like, yeah, definitely doing that. So like I said, you guys just, if you just go for it and add a lot of detail, I know sometimes detail does take a lot of time, but it'll look better in the long run. Like all these trees, these probably took me 10 minutes to make all these trees, because it does take a long time to get them perfect, and this as well. Like look, this is more detail you guys could do under like bridges and stuff, adding just some grass with some plants and some graffiti with leaves draped over it. These leaves are floating, which isn't really legit, but you know, whatever. But you know, that's a lot of detail as well. Over here, like I said again, use buttons to your advantage and slabs to your advantage right there. Also, like I said, I keep saying also, just add like garbage bins. Like this is like things you need, like garbage bins. Not many people think of that. I do per se, but you know, just add garbage bins. Why not? Another thing you can add as well is some lights. Like why not just add some lights? I'm gonna actually put these on top. I think I had them on before and I didn't like them or something and I took them off, but I'm just gonna throw them back on top while I'm thinking about it. So let me do that real quickly. Okay, so yeah, you could add little lights like this, like I do. I put a block of gray wool or any block you want, and I just put an end rod on the bottom and then put like carpet on top like I just did, and there you go. Boom, you got it. See, random buttons just thrown on there. It looks perfect. And then, like I flew over it a minute ago, there's buttons up here even, and not many people see it unless you're above it. So that looks pretty good. Buttons on the whole building are pretty good as well. This is one of my more favorite builds. I don't know why people would dislike this building, but it's not bad. I think people dislike it because of the fences, but you could use the fences as detail as well, because that adds a lot of depth and a lot of color to the build, as well as, you know, the build actually does. Like over here, if we come over here, look at all the detail. Every window in the whole place has little overhangs. That just is detail, like I'm saying. This was a grind to add all these trees, though. What is it? It's detail. That's all it is. It's detail. Especially on roads and stuff, like stuff like this, and like street lights that are good, and like lots of lines that are good is good for detail. If I continue over this way, we got these little skeleton hoods. These are security cameras. Like, just detail, guys. Detail. That's what I tell everyone all the time. These are handicap spots. More detail. These are fire lane things over here in front of the building. More detail. These are things to stop people from driving on the sidewalk. More detail. Fire lanes. Stop signs. Little cart things. Not many people would probably do this, but I put cart things in my Walmart. So everything contributes to your detail, and everything looks better with detail. Let me go in the stadium, for example. Like the seats with detail, and like okay, I could have done the outfield all grass with nothing, but I chose to add lines in a C, and it looks 100 times better. 100 times better with that. it looks more realistic. It looks better. It is just better. Overall, it's better. Another thing you can do with detail if you want as well, this is something not many people think about, is just adding water. Like, water's blue, vibrant color, and that just adds a lot to things, and it just looks better. Trees are another good thing for detail, like I said before, if you want to use trees. Let's just continue down this way. Like I said, I talked about this in my construction video, but adding little road construction, adding cones, adding mounds of dirt, adding dumpsters with stuff actually in them, adding little pipes under the thing that you would never probably do anyway, little holes in the ground, fences with cobble wires on, or cobble stuff on it, little thing, like not many people would do this either. This is for where the cars park. This is number 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the cars parked there. I'm just ranting about detail, giving you guys a lot of ideas about detail. Also, other things are making your own businesses. Like, most of the ones in my city right now, except for like McDonald's, Enterprise, but no, Ender, Enterprise. There we go. But most of the things that I do in my city right now are pretty much my companies, except for McDonald's and Starbucks and most of the other ones, and Buffalo Wild Wings. But those are only 20 companies I have in my city. So, yeah. Detail. Flower pots. Yes, perfect for detail. Adding little things that hang off the ceiling or out off the wall. Perfect for detail. Mob heads. You could use those as well for detail. Anything for detail will look good. Carpet, that is another thing. Paintings are good, but they do use a lot of your paintings and space that you have. So, you might not want to do that. Water fixtures are pretty good as well. This water fixture is actually with Altor's World. If you don't know who that is, he's toured my world like 3 times, so you guys can go do that. Go look at his channel. The link is in the featured channels list, so yeah. But, let's see, more detail. Let's see, where's an example of more detail? Like, just the runways in the city are crazy with detail. Now, I know you guys have been talking about businesses for this airport. I'm actually going to probably extend the airport. I'm not really sure when I'm going to extend the airport, but I don't know. So there's going to be another runway probably that comes in somewhere like there and maybe crosses over like this runway or something. And then there's going to be a bunch of like FedEx places and stuff over here, and UPS and stuff, like the commercial things. Or I might just do a separate commercial runway. I'm not really sure, but adding stuff like planes flying in, just all that kind of stuff. There again, on the back of the control tower, there's posts with poles and lights on them. So, everything you guys could think of. Let me go over to the stadium real quickly and get a few more ideas in your guys' head before I do end the video. This is a video I just give you guys a bunch of detail ideas and rant session. So yeah, like on roads, like detail with like stuff like this with barriers so people don't jump over and kill themselves in running traffic. I mean, yeah, so that stuff's good. Adding lots of trees is realistic and good for your city. Adding letters is good. Over here as well, all the stairs and all the slabs used on there. Buttons used as, again, another example of buttons. Let's see, where else? Like, over here, like big glass areas that look pretty good. A lot of detail on roads, like get detail in your roads, like add detail like this, yield the pedestrians, do all that kind of stuff. What else could I say for detail, really? I mean, just gardening, anything to have to do with anything could be put into detail in Minecraft. So just letting you guys know a bunch of different things you guys could do for detail. Hopefully you guys found this video interesting and used it somehow. Also, columns with stairs in them are good as well, like that. But I'll leave you guys just looking at the stadium for a little bit while I end the video. So hopefully you guys learned some. Hopefully you guys will use this video to your advantage and do some stuff with the detail I've showed you guys today. Make your own things with a bunch of detail. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video Monday. I actually didn't mention my stream in yesterday's video, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to or not since it's a tour video. But yeah, I should be streaming. Well, actually, guys, I'll say it at the beginning of this video, but I wouldn't be streaming tonight, just because I have games to watch and stuff like that. So I won't be streaming tonight, guys. So sorry, I've probably already said that at the beginning of the video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy, learn something from this, and I'll see you guys in the next video on Monday. Peace out, guys.